I know that's kind of what I got myself into, because it's like...
You haven't heard from him since you've been there?
No.
Have you tried contacting him?
Yeah, like 3 times. And like he'll always respond. He's like, yeah, we'll talk soon. And I'm like, no, we won't.
Oh, it's not true. Oh, thanks for doing that.
Oh gosh.
I've never had to separate a yolk.
There's actually a really good trick that I learned when I worked at a pie shop.
Is there? You worked at a pie shop. Wait, can I tell you a really quick story about pies?
Yes. Any story about pie is fine.
This was a different date I went on. And we're like on the High Line.
The best date?
And then the best date. I don't even know if I've told you this before. We're on the High Line, which I had like never been to at this point. And he's like, I know this great place, it's called Bubby's, and they have really good pie. I was like, that sounds great. And so we get there, I'm sitting down looking at the menu, and it's like really pretty, it's summertime, it's like a nice night. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh God, there's so many choices, like what do you want to get? Thinking like, we'll share this like romantic piece of pie. He goes, oh, I don't eat carbs past 6 p.m. So I'm like, well, then why did we come here? So I had to eat this piece of pie by myself while he sat there not eating.
It's just exhausting to like, I don't know, put yourself out there and the debates of like, if you're being too picky, you're not giving enough of a try, or, and then, but you're like, I don't understand, like, and all the good ones are taken. It's not true.
That, I know, I feel like that can't be true, but I feel like that's something they all say.
Okay. Indulge me a little.
Okay.
But I feel like the kid who doesn't get invited to the birthday party and doesn't understand why, like in elementary school, like all your friends were invited and you're like, where can I go? I want a loot bag. But that's sort of how like I feel like my dating life has been.
Dating?
Yeah, because it's just like I see so many of my friends who are in awesome relationships. And it's just kind of like, I don't know.
So darling, together, maybe we can be alone tonight. Alone tonight. Alone tonight. Alone tonight.
I miss this view. Well, when I make enough money to live back in Greenpoint.
Oh God, tell me about it.
That'll be the day.
Hey, weren't you gonna see Alex?
Oh yeah, we did. I saw Alex about 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I got a text from him out of the blue, like half a year after I'd spoken to him last, and he's like, hey, so I found your hamster dance CD. Would like to return it to you.
Your hamster dance CD?
Do you remember Hamster Dance?
Yeah, why do you have a CD of that? And why does he have it?
It was my favorite thing as a child, and then he had to use it for an experimental play he was putting on. And of course, I brought it with me to New York because I could not part with it.
Weirdest, like, post-relationship meetup reason ever.
Probably also one of like the easiest and nicest ways. But I like apologized because I was like, I don't want anyone to find my Hamster Dance CD.
How could you tell me?
All right, if I said third wheel, you'd say.
But it's funny, it reminds me of James and how the last time I was sitting right here was with James. Funny how that works.
Is there a story about that time?
I think we were both just feeling very like cabin fevery after like sleeping in for, really late and staying in, and we were like, let's go do something. And I was like, let's go to Transmitter Park. And it took forever to get out of the house, you know, sort of like, oh, I don't want to, and cuddling and all that. But then we finally made it out here, and it was really nice. It was like summer, really nice.
What about third wheel makes you think about James?
Because I was thinking of this one time where, because we would hang out a lot with Erica, James and I, and she kept saying like, I never feel like a third wheel with you guys because you're so great. You're my favorite couple. And that's a terrible thing to say to a couple, really, because then what happens if you break up? I guess the moral of that story is that third wheels are useless when you're riding a bike.
Was that like a relationship? Is that the metaphor here?
Maybe.
Till it's somebody come and change your mind. After the years we've been together, through joy and tears, all kinds of weather, some